Quickly, before we jump into this video, I just want to give out two disclaimers. First of all, a bit of an apology for the weird audio on a few occasions. Unfortunately, we kind of messed up. I'm going to blame Gary for this one. So in a couple of places, I've had to mute his audio quite strangely, just otherwise you could hear me twice. And as well, we have very quickly learned after recording this first episode, co-op is quite broken on F1 22. We've recorded like the first 6 races of this series now, so we are going to just try and have a bit more fun with it. It's not going to be a super serious YouTube series that often you see on this channel. We're kind of just going to embrace the fun of it, and yeah, co-op is a hilarious but often a bit balked game mode on F1 22. I hope you guys enjoy nonetheless. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video, and in fact to the start of a brand new series. Yes, we're back on F1 22, but this time round we're going to be doing an all new co-op career mode. And of course, for a co-op career mode, you need a partner in crime in the world of Formula 1. I'm joined by Goin, otherwise known as Gary. Well, of course, this is, like everything on YouTube, this is the first time we're doing this, and we definitely haven't done 2.5 Bahrain Grand Prix before now. The amount of issues we've had trying to get this series started has been, I mean, it's been our own fault. It's been nothing wrong with F1 22 in its defense. But as you can see, we are going to be rocking. I mean, the car is under the covers at the moment, but unfortunately, yeah, F1 22 has revealed we are going to be racing with Alfa Romeo throughout the entirety of this first season. In terms of the custom calendar, you can see there we head into the Middle East, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Imola, Miami as normal. Then we go to the Jewel in the Formula 1 crown in Monaco, Baku, Canada, Britain, Austria, Belgium, Italy, Singapore, Japan, USA, Brazil to make up a very exciting 16-race championship for this first season. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like we said, you know, we've done this a couple of times before, so we kind of know what's going on as we head into the first race weekend. Now, we've got a few R&D points as well that we need to spend here. Having a look at the performance chart, I think we're looking pretty good in some departments, aren't we? But aerodynamics and I think chassis are the two that we are really lacking in as we head into the new season. We could instantly give ourselves the best power unit. Do we think that's a good shout?
Well, I don't know. I think we're kind of safe there for a little bit, right? So maybe
it makes sense.
Arrow, but then again, we could get a really nice advantage on the Bahrain front straightaway.
It could be handy if it works in Bahrain.
If it works.
Should we take a gamble then and go with the cylinder heads?
Gamble it. You know, we're two youngsters here on the grid that have no idea what we're doing. I say send it.
Right, we're going with that then. We've got one more we can do. I think we definitely do want to go aerodynamics this time. Do we think secondary wing flaps or Venturi tunnels?
The Venturi tunnels.
They do sound cooler, don't they? So let's wait and see then. See if they're going to get applied onto the car before the first weekend. In fact, we should actually be able to get more R&D points as well. So maybe we'll be able to get a third upgrade in the works as well before we head out to Sakir. They're 350 R&D points. We'll do us some favours. Second time round. So we'll go with one more upgrade then. I think if we're already doing one on the aero, one on the engine, I think we'll go... I think improved energy store cells on the chassis side of things. That won't be ready until the Australian Grand Prix in a few weeks' time, but already making some pretty good progress before we even get into the first race. But are we ready for the car reveal? I mean, the Alfa Romeo, I'd say, is one of the best looking cars on the grid. This car does look good with the number 21 on it. I'll give it that.
It's like a moving Canadian flag.
That is a very good point.
Yes, sir.
Yes! Upgrades have worked before the first race.
2 Alpines, so like it kind of works ourselves out. We might be in the points in Bahrain.
We might be in the points in Bahrain. Like we said, we have done this race a couple of times already, so we know that the AI are very strong around Sakir, but let's jump into it then. We've even got some free practice to do to make sure we're earning those R&D points. Give me the slipstream. Slipstream. Ah!
We got beef. between teammates.
Well, I've heard a rumour down the paddock. I don't know about you.
Yeah, what was that rumor?
Well, there's talks within Alfa Romeo that Fred Vasseur could be off to Ferrari in 2023.
Really?
And apparently, he might be looking to take a young certain driver with him to partner up with Charles Leclerc if Sainz doesn't deliver. That's the rumour I've heard. Here we are then. Back in Sakir, the sun has set on Saturday night. One-shot qualifying. It's what separates the men from the boys. Who's going to get a lap hooked up? Which corner am I going to spin at? Let's get it. One chance. Let's make it count now. It's going to be P1 and P2. I can feel it. Boy.
And bottled turn 10.
So that's felt decent so far, apart from one small mistake. Oh, another one. Charles Leclerc currently fastest. Ferrari have been quick all weekend. Will it be the start of the year that they've always wanted? At the final corner.
Oh, no.
Another spot. Down towards the line, though. I got one more at the line.
Leclerc on pole. Okay, scroll down. P15.
I will take P15, I think, when all is said and done. I mean, looking at that, I'm 4 thousandths behind K-Mag. I could have got him. And I'm only half a second away from points. Yuki Tsunoda and Fernando Alonso. Look at those two mixing it up with the big boys. That's mad.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Russell, Carlos Sainz, and Fernando Alonso. Hamilton, Tsunoda, Ocon, and Lando Norris. Gasly, Ricciardo,
Grim Reaper. Oh my god, your pose.
Grim Reaper.
Thought you'd like that, although it's so clear how far ahead your game is than mine. You're about 2 grid rows ahead. I was on about P11 when you went Grim Reaper. Are you still watching Crofty talk?
I am, are you?
I'm actually sat on the grid ready to go, mate.
Alright, I'm no longer listening to him. I see you're switching it up this time.
I am.
Going on the mediums.
I thought the mediums are the way to go this weekend to start the race. Plus I'm in a hat sandwich, so I'm probably going to get absolutely murdered into turn 1. Right, Geraldinho, my friend. Split strategies down at Alfa Romeo. Are we expecting this to work today? Are we looking forward to a double points finish?
Ask me after turn 1.
Wait. Right, come on. Line up on the grid nicely. There we go. Purple.
I'm just rolling up now.
Good luck to you, sir. I'll see you at turn 1.
Some wheel spin.
Ah! I got a lot of wheel spin, rather unsurprisingly for me, on F122. Oh, don't cuff me off, Albon. Oh, I'm going for a send in turn 1, apparently. Oh, Magnussen! That's mad, they're 4 wide!
Oh my god.
Hamilton, Norris, Gasly and K-Mag were 4 wide there through turn 1, as I'm going to get squeezed out on the exit but make it through. I'm up 2 places! Despite the woeful getaway, we launched it in towards turn 2. Here comes Sebastian Vettel, though. Up the inside, in towards the next corner. Ooh! I can see you as well. You're up to P... Are you P15? Have you collided? Good man.
Major contact. We're 3 wide through a place we should not be 3 wide, gentlemen.
I can see the points. They're right there. I mean, it looks like Yuki Tsunoda has nailed the start.
Bro, what are you doing, lad?
Oh, someone's hit me.
Oh, you did that to yourself, lad.
Who's been running wide? Lance Stroll.
Stroll tried to pass me around the outside and just drove off.
Well, the other Aston Martin just decided to go for a touring car style move on me and just bump me down in towards the tricky turn 9, turn 10. But we're both up on lap 1, which, like we said, from experience, has not happened in our other attempts at recording this.
I gained like 5 spots and then I lost like 3, but we're still in it.
We're both up net 2 places this lap, I think. Charles Leclerc still leads the way then, but he's got both Red Bulls in hot pursuit. Yuki Tsunoda is P5 in this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Lil Yuki is pulling it out, as I've now got the former Red Bull duo of Ricciardo and Vettel duking out behind me. Maybe they can slow each other up and help you.
That would be ideal.
Bahrain as well is all about trying to save battery early on, not using too much. But of course making sure we're in the DRS of the other cars. DRS is essential here when you've got 2 straights, basically back to back.
Alright, within 0.6 of a second now, so we'll be in the DRS.
Verstappen applying the pressure to Leclerc at the front. I'm just sat in a bit of no man's land at the moment.
Good signs all the way down there in P6. Not ideal for him, and we could be racing for his seat, don't forget.
That is very true.
And with starts like that, I mean, he's not looking so hot.
Far more importantly though, Kevin Magnussen is getting close to being out in the DRS range. With Esteban up on in front of him, it's quite clear that the Haas car doesn't quite have the pace I'm sure they would have hoped for. Remember, didn't do any development of last year's Challenger. It was all eyes on 2022, but I've got to be careful about not using too much battery.
How much you got?
56%. Oh! I've sent it! I've accidentally sent it on K-Mag. I'm so sorry. That was never my intention. But I've done it. It works to perfection. It was actually quite a stunning dive bomb, if I do say so myself. But it was just, he broke slightly earlier than I expected and I panicked. I mean, George Russell is holding up an almighty train a bit further up the road. I'm kind of wondering if Alonso and Yuki can actually keep up with him.
Does he have damage?
Well, I don't think so, because he's not losing a lot. It's just how OP the DRS is. I'm sort of thinking if I can get round Lando up a little bit further up, I can sneak my way through these cars. Could I be able to try and get up to him?
He might be under attack from Yuki right here. Verstappen is so close to Leclerc.
I'll try and get a good run on Ocon out of the final corner. We know we can dive bomb now in this race as I'm gaining on the Alpine as we head back down towards turn 1. We'll pull to the inside. And up the inside we'll go. Yet another car, but now 1 place outside the points. We might not have had the pace on Saturday, but Sunday, this Alfa Romeo absolutely comes alive, and it's definitely that the AI are less OP. Come on, put the power down out of the final corner. Gasly is a long way behind Lando Norris. Might be able to go 2 moves in 2 laps here as we try and tuck into the slipstream of the Frenchman. We're still a little way back, but I've got my new favourite party trick. Down the inside we'll go at turn 1 yet again. And we are now into the points at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Love that early on. But we've got to keep going. Lando Norris is next up as Ocon now is going to try and attack Pierre. Could give me a little bit more breathing room behind.
Feels like the hards are starting to...
Good. I forgot you were on the hards, to be honest. Whoa!
A little bit of oversteer there, Matt.
Maybe just a little bit, mate. Maybe just a slight wobble. Oh, Lando Norris doing what Pierre Gasly did a couple of laps back. Kicks out the back end as he tries to put the power down up the hill. And that, I mean, without DRS as well, surely this one, if we can just get a good run out of the final corner, is going to be a done deal. And a save battery as well, though, in the process as we head out of the final turn. 3/10 back behind Lando Norris. DRS as well is just going to bring him closer and closer as the OKX logos on the rear wing of that McLaren get larger and larger. He's actually going to try and defend from me, though, down at turn 1. Can we swoop round the outside? It's not been my orthodox move to make so far today. Side by side off the corner, but we'll get the DRS as we head up the hill there, and we will be clean through. Before we even get into the DRS zone. P9 now in this Grand Prix as Lando Norris thought about it at the top of the hill. Luckily I was able to cover him off, but Hamilton, not exactly the driver I thought I could be locked into a battle with today. The next car on the old hit list, as I think Yuki, no it's not Yuki, sorry, I got Jordan Yuki muddled up. Oh, Ocon now has made it through on Lando Norris as well. I don't know how that's happened, but fair play as Hamilton and Sainz now duking out in front of me. We've got to just keep trying to capitalise. I feel like my race though is going to get quite lonely for a few laps here, as Tsunoda's just dropping back behind Sainz. So maybe he can fall back in towards my clutches.
He is outperforming that car drastically.
He did kind of work miracles in it, didn't he, on Saturday? The site's still trying to look for a move. It's not done yet. In fact, Sonoda, I think, is just re-overtaken him. Go on, Yuki! Side by side into turn 1. Again, I've just got to try and take time out of the pair of them.
Oh, we have another yellow.
Got more yellows.
That's a mechanical, it looks like.
Who is it?
An Alpine.
It's Alonso! We're up a place. It's P8 then. That's good for us, to be honest, because that Alpine was looking very, very fast today. So at least we don't have to worry about him.
Oh, they're side by side between Yuki and Ocon, or no, Hamilton. Or whatever one it is, Russell or Hamilton.
It is still Hamilton. What worries me is they're all battling with Yuki and I'm still losing time to all of them. Yuki Tsunoda, I don't know what he's done over the winter, but he must have had his Weetabix. I think he's now about to lose some places. No, Sainz is going for a move on Hamilton again. How is Yuki still doing this? Oh, Yuki Tsunoda's still having to defend hard though from Sainz through the final couple of turns. I think the Alpha Tower is probably going to box, but the Ferrari definitely won't then. No, Yuki stays out as well. Hamilton into the pit lane. Oh, I was way too cautious on the way in though. That's going to cost me. We might hold up Hamilton though slightly, which might be good. Yes, we have. So he just gets out ahead of the Alpha Tauri car. As Pierre Gasly peels into the pit lane. Wave to Owen.
Ebb. Go around the outside into turn 1. Oh, a little bit of contact.
Almost just looped it heading out of the pit lane, which would have been quite funny. Oh, I hate cold tyres on F122. And all that time I just gained on Lewis getting held up in the pits I've lost by turn 4.
The AI can get up and rolling on the cold tires so much better.
Just immediately, innit? And as long as I'm back out in a decent position. Actually, I might get jumped. How have I been jumped that badly? How has Ocon Norris done that? Hang on a minute. They've jumped me by like 3 seconds over the pit-in lap. Tsunoda's been absolutely ruined as well by it. Hamilton's gained like 5 spots. I'm so confused what's just happened here. As now Gasly's going to be trying to go on the offensive as well. Side by side with Pierre up into turn 4. We will hang on to the position. And unfortunately, Gasly doing that means we can't capitalise on these other cars on cold rubber. As watching Lando Norris, I'm going to have to overtake all these cars again.
As fastest lap. Into the pit lane we go. Make sure we do not speed. Be a little bit cautious just to play it safe. You know, don't want to throw anything away here. We're going to have 12 laps to get after it a little bit.
Right, well, with Gary in the pit lane, I should move back up inside the top 10 of this GP, but you are going to be fast towards the end of this race.
I'm exiting right now.
Are we going to get a multi-21 at the end of this GP? Gary is faster than you.
However, you got about a lap of buffer before these tires get going. Vettel is going to get in my DRS, so I'm going to have to defend over him.
Come on, Yuki. Fight him again.
And gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds.
He thought about it, but he didn't quite get the run. That last time round, I took over a second out of them because of the way Ocon and Yuki were fighting. I just need another 2 laps like that, and we are right back in this. I think I'm just overworking these tyres, and now I've got Ricciardo on me.
Oh, no way!
What happened?
Gasly locked up in turn 10 right on my nose, and I got wing damage.
No!
He stopped the car. Goodness gracious. Gasly again. Why is it always Pierre? It was looking so good. It's orangish.
Oh.
Well, we're gonna tough it out.
I think the 3 in front of me now have settled down as well, so it is going to be probably looking in my mirrors at Daniel Ricciardo to the end.
Okay, you're catching the
I was hoping to fight for 6 points here. We're only going to scrap it out for 1. As although Yuki might be losing a bit more to Ocon, maybe him and Lando Oh, I've just realised I'm even on fuel.
Are you really? I'm 0.38 to the good.
I'm now minus 0.01 in the negative. I might have to fuel save a little bit towards the end. Just doesn't look like Lando can get close enough to Yuki. Problem I've got. I think it is just going to be trying to settle for P10 as K-Mag. It's close to Ricciardo, but still can't do anything in towards 1. I'm so slow on these hards. First half of this Grand Prix was fantastic, but second half has just been completely in the toilet.
Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
We've literally got like 6 cars from 5 different teams trying to battle for the final point. But I'm getting a breakaway. 2 laps to go. I cannot believe how badly I've fallen away from Yuki, Lando and Ocon. It has not been the second half of the race to remember.
I got no battery, but we're going to do what we can here.
Final lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.9 seconds.
I know what hasn't worked so far.
Whoa! What happened there?
I missed my braking zone.
You don't say.
Alright, I think it's over. P12.
Oh, my tyre went warning lights, come on. Oh, where am I going?
Fireworks for Perez. He crosses the line, wins. It's not going to be 26 points, however, as Verstappen steals that fastest lap point.
I'm back in the green! Sorry, I'm just kind of in my own thing at the moment. I was back in the green. When is it going to go down into fuel management mode? That's the real question. Come on, I got to hang on ahead of Pierre. I'm not losing this point. I really wish I'd been battling for a bit more today, but I think Jeddah next weekend can certainly be a good track for us. In towards the final corner of the Bahrain Grand Prix. The fireworks are already out. But first ever race for Alfa Romeo as we head out of the final corner. It is going to be points, or a point. I'll take it.
P12, not a bad drive. If we didn't get that wing damage off of Gasly, I would have loved to see what would have happened there.
That could have been a very intense battle between us two, in towards the final lap, I reckon. Well, there we go then. Having a look at our final race results. Perez takes the win, 1.5 seconds clear of his teammate Max Verstappen there. The Dutchman does claim fastest lap though ahead of Charles Leclerc. George Russell in 4th, actually Hamilton got very close to him by the end. Carlos Sainz not too far behind in at P6. But Ocon, Tsunoda, Norris and myself round out the top 10. Gasly and our teammate there just miss out in 11th and 12th place, with Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso both not making it to the flag. Talk me through the Constructors' Championship.
Well, let's take a look, shall we? Red Bull clear by 21 points over Ferrari after a flawless day for Ferrari, but Red Bull 21 points ahead. Then you got Mercedes 1 point behind Ferrari there, 22 back. Alpine with a very solid day. Could have been even better if Alonso did not have that mechanical failure, but they're still P4. And Tsunoda self-carrying AlphaTauri here today, P5 in the Constructors. And then you got McLaren, ourselves here with Alfa Romeo, Haas, Aston Martin, Williams, all pointless to start off the season.
Well, there we go then. Thank you everyone so much for watching the first ever episode of our co-op career mode. We will be back very, very soon on the Jeddah Corniche circuit. I think it's going to be a stronger track for us. I'm going to say it now. I reckon it's going to be double points next weekend. But that's going to do us though. Yep, I think that is going to be the prediction from us as well there. But yeah, make sure you get yourself subscribed to both channels. There will be links down below if you're not subscribed to one or the other. But yeah, we will return very, very soon in Saudi Arabia at the Jeddah Corniche Street Circuit. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.